wrestling fans. It is I, one half of the Total Divas Review Show, Glenn Fielding, and I am joined by my co-host Carmine Antonelli to bring you guys a announcement regarding the future of the Total Divas Review Show.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
What the fuck? Are you serious? Why?
Listen, as you were saying what you were saying, it just kind of hit me. Like, I felt in my bones I had to do that.
Oh, this is meant to be a serious, kind of sad announcement, and you kind of just ruined it.
Well, I mean, I know it probably doesn't fit the mood too well. It's just, for me, I had to do that. The moment was there. Okay. I had to take it.
All right, well, would you like to tell them the bad news?
Well, I guess I have to, since I am afraid I've got some
bad
news.
To.
Well, listen. I know what you're all thinking as you're hearing us talk about this. It is not that. The Total Divas Review Show has to take a break. It is not canceled, but it is going on vacation.
Right. This is basically, well, it's basically more on my side of the problem, but it's just, for both of us right now, it's with college and our jobs and just other issues going on in our lives right now. It's just doing the show has kind of been a little bit of a pain for us. Yeah. I mean, it's not that we don't enjoy doing it. It's just that it's been a little more unenjoyable with some of the things that have been going on lately, and we decided we should probably just take care of ourselves and take maybe a little bit of time off.
Yeah, as you've probably heard in the last couple of episodes, we've not fully been into it like we usually are.
Like, the last episode we did was from like 3 weeks ago, and that was a double feature for two episodes.
Yeah.
Like, technically we should be like, technically this week we should be doing like, I don't know, like a triple feature or something like that, but
yeah,
it's just not going to happen. We can't do it.
And if it, like, yeah, because in the double feature, I'm just kind of like going through the motions, like, oh, this happened, and then this happened.
Yeah, this happened. Oh, yay, no, boo, fuck you, I don't care.
And we just weren't feeling it. We're still the top show in the network.
Right.
And we're still pulling out apparently controversial shit. It's just we weren't as into it, and we've been missing weeks because just, like, we can't.
Shit's been happening.
On top of the shit that has been going on, we cannot bring ourselves to care. Like, I've just forgotten to watch Total Divas.
Like, I know, I just get home and I'll just be like, I don't feel like watching this right now. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I care, but I really don't care-ish.
Yeah. The last couple times Glenn's messaged me on Facebook. He's like, hey, you want to do Total Divas? I'm like, oh, shit, I completely forgot to watch the episode. So I'd have to do that. And it's like, it's just been like, bleh, bleh.
It's been tiring, really. We're just fucking exhausted right now.
And one of the major things is, unfortunately, the Supla is not our job. And I do mean unfortunately. I wish it was. We don't get paid to do this. And
well, the only person on this team who gets paid for doing this is Keelan, and that's because he owns the website that we're on, but that's just a completely different story.
Yeah, it's practically separate from the Supla entirely. And so with that being said, when other things come up in our daily lives, we unfortunately have to deal with those first. Those have to take priority. And I've got a couple things I'm dealing with, but Glenn mostly.
Mostly, it's a lot.
Yeah. And he's the one who's really got to take some time for himself.
I got some things I need to sort out first in my personal life before I come back and do this again.
So this announcement it's that the Total Divas show is taking a break, but it's also that Glenn will be.
Well, Carmine is still going to be on doing the Let's Plays, and he's still going to be on the main show. But as far as my actual entire activity with the Supla, it's going to be. It's going to be completely uncertain with me if and when I'll be back.
Yeah.
Like, it could be 2 weeks. I could have this handled 2 weeks from now, or 6 weeks, or 3 months, or maybe SummerSlam. Maybe hopefully around SummerSlam at the latest.
Yeah, that's what we're aiming for. But it's not only is this technically Glenn's show, because from the beginning I wasn't even supposed to be on Total Divas Review, but even if we don't consider that part, even if this was as simple as Glenn has to take time off, why don't you get Brooks to do Total Divas with you? I would never. It wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be Total Divas Review if the two of us were not both there. If we wanted to add Brooks later as a guest, that's one thing. If we wanted to have Keelan on as a guest one week, that's one thing.
Yeah, a little bit of behind the scenes of the origins of this show. Originally, it was supposed to be me and a certain someone's ex-girlfriend who did this show, and then Carmine opened up his mouth on Twitter and saying, "You know what? Maybe I should do." Man, Liam.
No. Don't make it.
No.
You make that sound so negative. First of all, you make it sound like you don't like doing the show everyone. But no, I didn't say maybe I should do the show. He who shall not be named saw that the three of us watched the show. It was originally just going to be you and Lady, but then I started watching Total Divas, and we all at that time enjoyed the show. So then Mr. No Name decided that the three of us should do it. But then...
And then Ms. What's-Her-Face apparently had other things going on, and she couldn't do it.
So it just became the two of us.
Eventually, No Name and Miss Lady had a disagreement, which led to
I don't know how
rumors
related
being
that is.
spread on the show, and then all that drama started.
I don't know how related that part is to Total Divas.
Well, it's not. I'm just bringing it up for no reason.
Okay, but yeah, that happened.
Hi, Elagiro. Yeah, you were saying.
Yep. So yeah, it just became the two of us. It wouldn't feel the same if I got someone to cover for Glenn while he was out. So the show's taking a break. If Glenn has to take a break, the show takes a break. Yeah. So this is mostly about Glenn has to take time for himself, but we got to let you know that means Total Divas Review has to take a break, which I will not object to because, like I said, both of us have not been into it as much lately. So I think it needs a break.
Right, that we're definitely gonna be done at least until we're definitely gonna be off until the end of this first mid-season. We should be back in time for the second half of the season, hopefully.
Yeah.
And whether or not we actually do any coverage on the episodes that we've missed, I'm not really all that sure. I mean, we might just do like a brief overview of it, but we're not going to go into detail about it.
Yeah, we'll decide that when we get there. But main thing is, don't expect Total Divas Review back until the second half of season 2.
Which is probably going to be about August, I think.
I'm not sure, but
it might be. I just taking a guess.
It could very well be. I just have no idea. So yeah, that's that basically. Because I mean, Glenn's just dealing with shit on top of shit that's involved with the same shit.
Yeah, basically, I've got problems that are related to other problems, and one problem is making the other problem worse. and it's just a big fucking mess for me right now.
And those are piled onto other problems. It's just this huge mess.
Problemception.
Yep. And so Glenn has to take some time for himself. I think the Supla's got this weird curse around it where every show, with the exception of the editorial, simply because that's only had one episode so far, has had to take a hiatus. Every single one. The main show's done it multiple times. The Pundit podcast has done it all the time.
Pretty much all the time. The Pundit cast just kind of, no offense to Keelan, but the Pundit cast just comes around whenever Keelan feels like doing it, which is like,
we've been keeping it pretty regular lately, but
we've been keeping it pretty regular lately, and then he was gonna try and do it all the time last year. Then when the main show came back, it just kind of fell through.
Yeah, so the Pundit podcast has taken many hiatuses.
Over the past, I don't know, 6 years maybe.
Let's Plays even had to do it a couple times, and now Total Divas has to do it. So you've had patience with us before. I ask that you have patience with us now. I know it sucks because I know a lot of you do enjoy this show on a regular basis, but like I said, unfortunately, these problems in our day-to-day lives have to take priority until the Supla becomes our job. Then we'll worry about that first. And I will have no complaints.
So with that being said, I have been Glenn Fielding.
I have been Carmine Antonelli.
Carmine, I'll see you whenever. Me, I'll see you guys whenever. Whenever, yeah. So, good luck. Have fun.
We'll see you back whenever we can.
Bye.
Bye.